You are friend zoning yourself right now and you don't even know it. You have no clue that this is happening. It's not because of what you said. It's not your job. It's not your looks. It's not your text game. It's how you touch her, or more accurately, how you do not touch her. And then when you finally do, you do it in a way that makes her body go, oh no, instead of, oh yes. In this video, I'm going to fix that. I'm going to give you the touches that build attraction, the touches that turn her on, and the touches that absolutely friend zone you so fast it would make your head spin. All right, so let's dive in. I'm Marni, your very own personal wing girl, and I'm going to give you the no BS female perspective on what women say they want versus what they really want. Plus, I am going to give you the step-by-step guidance on what to do to get the girl. So just hit subscribe now so that you never miss another one of my videos. All right, I've watched this happen so many times. You go on date after date with women you really like. You're charming, you're funny, you're showing up, you're doing the things. And then at the end of the night, you give her this weird half pat on the shoulder, or you go for the awkward side hug, or you don't touch her at all. And then a week later, you're confused why she just wants to be friends with you. It's the touch. The touch is doing it. And the reason your touch is broken is not because you're bad at touching women. It's because of what you believe about touching women. You've probably been taught, sometimes by good people, sometimes by, I don't know, bad people, that touching a woman is dangerous, that it's off limits, that you should not do it unless she clearly invites you, that any touch could be misread, could be too much, could get you in trouble. So what do? You don't touch. You don't even get close to it. You sit across from her on the date with your hands in your lap. You walk next to her without ever brushing her arm. You hug her at the end of the night like she's your friend's mom. You leave the entire physical channel of attraction completely unused. And then when you finally do touch her weeks later or months in, it feels huge because it's the first touch you've ever given to her. And first touches that come way too late feel weird. They feel forced. They feel like, oh no, you're trying to be sexual with me now. And her body recoils. That is the friend zone forming in real time. You earned it by not touching her early, and then you sealed it by touching it wrong and meek later. Touching a woman is not optional. It is half of attraction and one of the 7 essential flirting tools you have in your tool belt that I talk about in the F formula. Without it, you're not gonna get very far with a woman you're interested in. With it, done right and respectfully, you are a man she wants to kiss and get busy with. So how do we fix this for you? First, we need to fix your mind and your mindset. Then we can fix the touches. So here's what you do to fix the mindset. You listen to what I'm about to say. Touch is how human beings communicate. Warmth, comfort, confidence, and attraction. Women touch people all the time. All the time. They touch your arm, they hug, they grab your shoulder when they're laughing, they guide you through a crowd, they fix your shirt. Touch isn't sexual by default. It is connection. That is the mindset shift. Most men think touching a woman is something they're taking from her. It's not. When done appropriately, touch is something you're sharing with her. You're communicating, I'm comfortable. I enjoy being around you. I see you as more than a friend. The key is that your touch should never feel like you're trying to get something. It should feel like you're expressing something. Don't think about touching her because you want something. Think about touching her because you're enjoying the moment with her and you're giving her something. That changes the energy completely. Touch isn't permission to escalate, it's permission to connect, or it's the attempt to connect. Escalation only happens if she's enjoying it and reciprocating. Touch a woman early and do it often. In small ways, starting from the very first interaction. Again, not because you're trying to escalate to sex, because you're showing her that you have a body, she has a body, and you're not pretending you don't notice. And these bodies can touch. Early touch sets the frame. It tells her body this man is comfortable with himself, he's comfortable with women, he's comfortable with me. He's comfortable being a sexual being in the world without being weird about it. This is what attractive men do. This is what she's looking for. So when you skip early touch and then try to escalate, you are violating the frame you set. You are basically telling her, I've been pretending to be your friend this whole time. Surprise, I want you. And she will reject you for it. Not because she didn't like you, but because you betrayed the frame and it now feels awkward and unsafe and inconsistent and like, what are you trying to get at now? So AKA weird and icky. So touch from the start lightly, respectfully, meaning no personal private zones, and then consistently. So here's exactly how. So touch number 1, the greeting touch. The first touch matters most because it sets the entire tone. The wrong move is the awkward dead fish hug, the limp side hug, the high five into a handshake confusion, or worse, just no touch at all. Just a, hey, nice to meet you, with both of your hands in your pockets. Every one of those tells her body the same thing. This man is uncomfortable being near me physically. He is going to be a friend because he's not man enough to be more. The right move is simple. A confident hug, full frontal, not a side hug that lasts a full 1 to 2 seconds, or a hand on her upper arm with a smile while you say hi. Or if you've met before, a hand briefly on her lower back as you guide her into the restaurant or bar that you are going to. That first touch is the entire frame for the night. Get it right and her body relaxes immediately, and get it wrong and you spend the rest of the day climbing out of the hole. Touch number 2, making a point touch. So while you're talking, when you say something funny, when she says something funny, when you're emphasizing a point, I want you to touch her forearm briefly, 2 seconds max, then take your hand back. This is the most underused touch in male dating, and it is incredibly powerful because it's casual. It's natural. It's the kind of touch a person who is comfortable with women does without even thinking about it, right? She's gonna laugh, you'll laugh, you tap her wrist lightly, you keep talking. Done, no big deal. But her body just registered something. This man touches me when he's engaged. He's not afraid of me. He's present with me. He's giving me something. Do this a few times early in the date and you are no longer a man she's wondering about. You are a man she's already responding to physically. All right, touch number 3, the guide touch. When you're moving through space together, walking into the restaurant, weaving through a crowd, transitioning from the bar to the table, put a light hand on her lower back to guide her. Not gripping, not pushing, just present, the lightest touch. It's like so sexy when men do this. This is one of the most attractive touches a man can do, and women feel it in their nervous system. It like grounds us and relaxes us and makes us feel safe because it's protective without being possessive. It's leading without being controlling. It says, I'm with you. I've got you. I know where we're going. That hits something deep. Most of you will not do this because you're afraid it's too forward. It is not too forward. Trust me. It is one of the most polite, masculine, respectful touches you can offer, and it does about 1,000 times more for attraction than the safest non-touch will ever do. Right, real quick before I get into the last 3 touches, I want to tell you about today's video sponsor, Beducated. Beducated is a video platform with 150 plus online courses from the top sex educators in the world, and I mean the actual top experts. Real demonstrations, real technique, real on-screen visuals of how to do everything. And they have a quiz that gives you your personalized roadmap to a slower, more pleasurable sex life based on where you are right now and where you want to go. So kick off your summer of love by taking the quiz now and figure out where you are. Beducated, Marni approved, Wing Girl approved, female approved. Your future partners will thank me for this one. Okay. Back to it. 3 more touches, and then the touches that are absolutely friend-zoning you. Touch number 4, the linger touch. This is where the touches start to become more charged. Somewhere mid-date, she does something cute. She tells you a story. She laughs at something. Touch her. But this time, don't take your hand back right away. Let it stay an extra beat. 2 seconds longer, then makes sense. The pause is the whole move. A short touch is friendly. A touch that lingers is a little bit more romantic, a little sexual. Her body knows the difference. When your hand stays on her wrist or her arm or her shoulder a beat longer than necessary, her nervous system goes, oh, something shifted. This is also the touch that tests whether she's into you. So if she leans into the touch, even slightly, she's saying yes, more please. If she pulls back, she's telling you, slow down, which is also great information. You want that information. The point is, you stop treating every touch like a polite handshake and start letting some of them mean something. That's where attraction lives. Touch number 5, the hair or face moment. This one is way more advanced, but it is unbelievably powerful when it's the right moment. If you're sitting close and she has a piece of her hair falling on her face, I want you to brush it back behind her ear slowly. Look at her while you do it. If she has something on her cheek, an eyelash, a crumb, anything, touch her face to get it slowly. Look at her while you do it, even if there's nothing there. Just pretend it is and do it. This touch is intimate. Way more intimate than a hand on her back or a tap on her wrist, because the face is where we are most ourselves. When you touch a woman's face, you're entering her personal sphere completely. Like, this is personal. So you want to do this in a moment of real connection. Not as a tactic, not as a move, as a natural extension of being close to her. Remember, you're giving to her. But honestly, if you see a glob of dressing on her face, that's the moment, right? Perfect. And if you do it from the right place, it becomes one of the most memorable touches of the entire night. And often it's the touch that comes right before that first kiss. Touch number 6, the handhold. The handhold is the bridge. It's the touch that takes you from, all right, we're on a date, to we're physical now. Now we've connected, now we can get this close. And most men either do it way too early, which feels really weird, or way too late, which feels weirder, because by then it should have already happened. The right moment is when you are transitioning, walking from the bar to the next bar, crossing the street, heading from the restaurant to the car. You reach for her hand naturally, not asking, not announcing, and you hold it. If she holds back, you're in. Keep walking. The energy of the date just shifted permanently. These are all like little tests for you to see where she's at. If she doesn't, she gently lets go and doesn't make a big deal out of it. No drama. You just keep being the present, calm, comfortable man that you've been all night. The handhold is the green light test that doesn't require words, and done at the right moment, usually 60 to 90 minutes into a date going well, it's almost always welcomed. Now, let me tell you what not to do, because some of you are doing these and you don't even realize you are. The pat on the shoulder, anything that involves patting a woman like she's your golf buddy, is the kiss of death. We don't like it. It feels like our dad just congratulated us at a soccer game. The side hug. The side hug is for friends, cousins, and people you do not want to touch you. If you give a woman a side hug at the end of the date, you have just told her the bedroom door is closed permanently. Full hugs only. The handshake on the second date. If you have already had one date with her and you greet her on the second date with a handshake, congratulations, you are now her business associate and will never see her naked. You will not be kissing her. She is already mourning the connection that could have been. Okay, the pity touch, the oh, you poor thing, touch on the shoulder when she tells you something hard. Stop. Do not do that. She doesn't want sympathy from you. She wants connection. Replace it with a held gaze and a, that sounds hard, tell me more, words instead of a pat. The no touch at all, which is the worst of all. 3 hours together. By the end of the night, her body has decided you are not a sexual option at all. Not because she doesn't like you, because you taught her not to think of you that way. Every single one of these is fixable. Just stop doing them and do the ones that I told you to do. So here's the whole rundown on what you need to know for touching moving forward. Touch early, touch lightly, touch often, let some touches linger, and match the moment. That is the code. That is the cheat sheet. That is the difference between the man she goes home with and the man she texts back. You're such a good friend. Let's do it again sometime. And if you want my full flirting cheat sheet, which walks you through exactly what to say and do alongside these touches, it's free in the description below. So I want you to go grab it now by clicking that first link in the description box. So thank you very much for watching this video to the end. As always, I am Marni, your personal wing girl, and I will see you next week.